have you guys ever seen like those nostalgic like jazz design cups from the 90s?
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
Like the white cups with like the blue.
Yeah.
And I could probably put an image up for everybody at home too.
We saw you vacuum seal it.
Yeah, right here on the pod. Speaking of which, welcome back to Btier Pod. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button, click that notification bell down below. We're burst uploading this month, so basically we have 3 shorts every single day for the next month planned, and then we have 2 episodes a week going out, one Monday, one Friday, and then I think into like June we're probably gonna have like a regular scheduled programming again. So by the time this episode comes out, hopefully we're down to like 5, maybe 6 shorts a week, and then like maybe a long form or 2 a week. But we'll be kind of right back in the mix. I had to get all of our backlog uploaded. It was part of the action plan. We're putting it into place here, and then we're just gonna go forward. So just so hopefully it's not too annoying to everybody at home. Because I know some people get notifications on their phone from Btier and they get really upset about it. Like they'll be like, "Oh, these guys
getting mad." Who's getting mad?
Brad.
No,
I'm kidding. But yeah, other than that,
It's not the notifications, it's the text messages from
the group.
that's even worse. There's like 4 people in the group chat.
What half you guys are talking about.
Well, you probably should.
Well, you mute how much of the conversation?
What?
How much do you mute the conversation?
All of it.
Yeah, I mute all of it.
So yeah, of course you'd be lost.
Yeah. Like every day I'll wake up with like, a paragraph of like, hey, this is what I'm going to do for the pod today.
And I do read it once a day.
Yeah.
And then I go through like all the messages, but
and then by the afternoon, it's a completely different combo.
Yeah.
Like by the afternoon, it's
Like
like
10 minutes later.
Why are we talking about it?
it's like, oh, we got a Jeff meme in here now, and then somebody's going fishing or something. It's like we never know. So yeah, it's just something that
that's the other thing too.
kind of keep up on, I guess.
And then a few times I'm like, I want to comment. It's been like 5 hours. And I'm like,
Send it.
Yeah.
Back to the conversation where you're there.
You can do that. Just reply directly to that one message. And then somebody will probably comment below that, and then we'll keep the thread going. I don't know. But yeah, I feel bad for you guys as uploaders because it's just going to be a lot. But we'll get the backlog knocked out, and then we'll just be like upward spiral from there.
It shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah. Just a couple more posts a day, Can't complain. Can't argue. And then you'll probably be getting more comments on the YouTube.
We'll see how long this page lasts.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. If it's longer than our last one, we're winning. Also, I was walking through Walmart yesterday, and I was only there to grab one item because I needed something for like marshmallow.
Did you
ice
grab
cream.
one item, or did you do what I do and I end up?
I grabbed one item. I grabbed one item, and I kind of was like in my head when I was in there. So I was like, I was like walking through, and there's a guy like running at me with a cart, like going into the aisle that's in front of me.
I would have tackled him.
Yeah, dude, he was sprinting, like dead sprinting. Like he was some 50-year-old guy, just like, I don't know. He had to get shoes really bad or something like
this
that.
This cart can't go less than 3 miles an hour or it explodes.
I didn't know that though. Okay,
my best friend,
being there,
he like whenever he goes down the aisles, he looks both ways because he's been hit by so many carts.
He has to like peek her.
Yeah.
He's trailing the cart behind him. Looking at her.
He's got the stick with the mirror.
Yeah.
Checking the corners.
I don't know if you ever watched like Camp Lazlo when you were a kid.
Yeah.
There's like an episode where you realize like before you're born you pull like a slot machine to see how your luck is. We always say that's him, and you got like double, like the worst thing you could ever get.
Yeah. So this guy's like flying through, right? And then he grabs whatever he's gonna grab, and then I'm just casually walking through, and I think I realized in my brain, and I was like in that moment. First of all, there's a bunch of old people in there during the middle of the day, right? They're not in a rush to go anywhere. This guy's rushing to go get whatever, he's acting like he's gonna die if he doesn't get it. And I think I like realized in my brain just like how much I'm not in a rush when I step outside versus when I'm like inside my house.
Yeah.
Like in my house, I feel like I have to do everything like right now, or I'm just like, okay, like go, get that done, get that knocked out. Let me like game a little bit if I have time, keep working on new projects, whatever. Second I go outside, all of that just disappears. And I'm just like, oh yeah, like I'm not in a rush to do anything. And like I don't live my life like I'm like rushing to get somewhere. I'm not like trying to get to work on time. I'm not like rushing to get.
You're just in a hurry.
Everybody else is in a hurry, but I'm not. So it just feels like I'm just
like,
standing there and like,
you know, in like some
people are
movies where it shows like New York is all going super fast.
yeah,
It's like your life out here in your house.
is New
But
York.
then,
Yeah.
Then when you go out there, it's like slow and steady,
yeah.
turtle speed.
Yeah. And
The
like
only
my,
time-
I don't know. I
The
don't know
only
what
time
that
I'm
is.
in a hurry is if I have like an appointment, but I'm always like underestimate how long it's gonna take me to get there.
Yeah.
So like we go to a chiropractor every week, and like it's 20 minutes away, but we still think it's 15. And then when we're leaving, we're like, I look at the time and I'm like, oh, we're gonna be late. We've yet to be on time to the curb.
Yeah.
So I'm like flooring it. I'm like, oh, we gotta go. We gotta go. But
Yeah.
I'm like at home or anywhere else, I'm not really in a hurry.
Yeah.
At shopping, I am, because the longer I'm there, I've learned the more we spend.
Okay. So that's
And-
like a pocketbook watching
Yeah.
thing. Okay.
Gotta keep bread at the store.
Yeah. Well, there's
Not-
another
not
aspect
me.
to that. Like
Oh.
I also
Yeah.
like
The better half.
I always spend money when I'm out, and like if I spend, say I buy one thing, I'm like way more apt to buy more things. Like I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is either. But like I bought a Nintendo Switch the other day, so my brilliant
Why don't
person
you
in
just
my
save up for the
brain.
the number 2?
That's
What?
what he meant. He
Yeah.
pre-ordered.
I
he
pre-ordered
pre-ordered
the
the
new
second
one.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm excited.
That's what he
I got
meant.
in line
Okay.
for
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
That's how
yeah.
you bought the. I'm like,
Yeah,
Yeah, he's got two. He's gonna combine them for
Yeah.
the 2.0. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. Is that how you do it? You have to like meld them together with
I
like
don't
a
know.
welding stick or something. Yeah, I don't know. They never taught me
try
this
it with
in
the old
school.
PSP, you know?
Yeah, they didn't even tell me how to do my taxes. But no. So I bought a Nintendo Switch, and then right away I was like, oh, let me just like buy an AC unit for this year, and like like let me buy a fan, let me buy like a new thing, new that. Like I go immediately, right? Because it's easy to spend money once I spend it. But spending that first purchase, I'm like, I don't really know if I want to do that, like, so I don't know what that is either, but yeah, like Walmart, I did get in and out with like one item, and that's like a first for me.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of myself. But yeah, like I said, it's just so weird, like seeing everybody else bustling around you, and then you're just not in a hurry anywhere.
You should.
Well, because like,
In
what
Florida,
are
people
people
are like
running
that,
to?
where it's like half and half, where like half the people you would think there's a fire,
Yeah.
and then the other half is like, hey,
Yeah. Well, part of that might be because like the retired folk, right?
the retired folk are the ones in a hurry, because I think they're gonna die soon.
But
But then when they
you
drive,
think the opposite.
But then when they drive, they're the slowest drivers.
That doesn't make any sense either. But like having that, like,
in the Keys, everyone super chill, takes their time and stuff.
yeah. There was we were like driving out to Chicago, and while we were still in town here, I like pulled out of the gas station, like out of, it's like when you're going on 16 over the 90, right?
Mhm.
Pulled out of that quick trip, and I waited for the first car because there's a car like zooming in like the far lane, so I was gonna go right into the far lane, right? So this guy zooms up into my blind spot, so I like take the middle lane for now, and then I'm about to get over, and the lady behind me cuts me off and just takes that lane without like any signals or anything. I didn't know, right? So she cuts me off, and then she stops. She like stops like, and she would technically have the right of way in this scenario because she's in that lane already, and I'm trying to merge over,
Right.
right? Because I'm in the middle of the lane. I'm in the middle lane. She's in the far right lane. I'm trying to merge over to the far right lane. And so I'm like stopped in the middle lane. There's nobody behind me. And there's nobody behind her. And she stops in the right lane after she cuts off like that angle that I was going to like take to go into like the far right lane. Because there's like 4 lanes to this little area here. And yeah, so she stops. I stopped. She waves me on, and I'm like, just go, because you already have the right of way, right? And I'm probably gonna end up following you out to that right lane to get out of here. And she flips me off when she drives by. All I had to think was, well, first of all, I like blessed her, I was like, in the name of the Father. Yeah, obviously, gave her a good old smile. And and then I follow her to the same off ramp because we were going the same way. And then I whisper over to Kayla, I'm like, Kayla, that probably ruined her whole night. Like, she's probably going to go home and like probably complain to her 4 cats that live with her about like how mad she was or how upsetting like that interaction was with some random guy on the road, and then like she's gonna be mad about it like all night, and we're just gonna be driving to Chicago. I'm not gonna be thinking about it because we have about 50 more cutoffs before we get there. Okay, everybody drives bad in Chicago, right? Roads are terrible. We got a couple potholes I gotta jump, like
dodging bullets, yeah.
But yeah, just to think that she might have ruined her whole night, and like me, I'm just like, I don't really care. Like, I don't have time for this. But I just was thinking about that as like a whole interaction.
If like
that would ruin another person, not me.
Yeah, it depends on like I've noticed that like if someone doesn't do anything, let's say they just go home and watch TV, a little thing like that ruins their whole day.
Yeah.
But then for like people like us who have hobbies and we do stuff, it's just like
just makes us laugh.
Yeah.
We just laugh it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm making a point with this because like I wouldn't normally talk about that either. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't have even mentioned that to you guys if there wasn't like some point to that. Like, hey, she's gonna go get her night ruined because of that. And that would be like a story at the dinner table for her, right? Like she'll talk about that probably in like 4 or 5 months to somebody. You know what I mean? And like to us, I guess I used it as a pod reference, but like it won't go much further than that, right? So like I don't know. I always just find that to be like I don't know. I couldn't live like my life like that where it's just I get that mad where I'm gonna flip somebody off for not taking the right lane, but like also she had the right of way.
I feel like if you
weird.
got that mentality, you don't notice you have that mentality where everything pisses you off.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Like,
what do you mean? What do I mean? What do you mean?
I feel like if someone's life is like that, where like the smallest things piss them off, they don't subconsciously be like, "Hey, why is this pissing me off?" It's just like, this isn't. They just tell them this pisses me off, and then
yeah, and that's it. They just calm down later, and then they're like fine.
I mean, that'd be bothering them for later, like a long time. But their brain, they're not like, hey, I shouldn't have been pissed about that.
They never. Do you think those people are real? Like they just never think about like why
their life has gone like where like they just don't find things that make them happy anymore, so everything just pisses them off.
Dang.
Yeah, and like it's like a spunk that you get stuck in.
Yeah.
And stuff, and then until you find something that brings you joy, that brings you back up.
Yeah.
And everything just pisses you off.
And then the cycle starts over all over again. I hope not. I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen multiple people like that.
Yeah. I just don't know how people live like that. Like, I guess it bewilders me. Like, that's,
some people,
to me, it's like not a real person. Like, wait a second. Like, you don't think like further ahead.
You don't know that many cooks.
No, probably not enough, apparently. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't like I said.
Phil are seeing like, we know probably 10 people at the top of our 10.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I know people like that, but they wouldn't
I used to be one of those people, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look at our work. When some of our staff come in, right when they come in, and I say hello to them, some of them literally are like, don't talk to me.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to be there.
Probably because it's like early in the morning though.
But that's kind of the same thing that like already in that.
Wait, that works? Don't talk to me.
I say good morning to everyone.
This is a podcast, so we should be talking to you, bro.
Yeah, I say hi to everyone, and then I try to get everyone's good.
I'm gonna use that during the day all the time.
Yeah, don't talk to me.
Be like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Don't talk to me.
They might ask you what happened.
Don't talk to me.
Then you say, I don't want to talk about it.
I signed the NDA. I can't talk about it.
Like speaking about like our job too, right? So like the patience level. This is another thing I think where like that woman who flipped me off probably has no patience. Like, if that's like your first instinct to do that when you are,
You haven't seen too many cooks like he's.
sure,
We've flipped a lot of people off in our restaurants.
sure, you guys could probably talk about that, you know. But yeah, it's just something like, I don't know. Like, if you're not in a rush to go anywhere, like this was a Friday night too, so it's like, what are you in a rush to go do?
Yeah.
Where it's like you're getting that upset over like a random, when you're in the lane to go. Like, it was her right of way. I was waiting. I was being patient, right? And like I wasn't doing it, and then to just like turn around and flip me off for like her using the right lane to turn the right way, the way that like you're meant to drive. Like, it's just crazy to me. I don't know. It baffles me.
Driving, like, I feel like right when people are behind a wheel,
Yeah.
their patience already goes down.
Well,
Even
because
if
you
you don't-
are doing like a high stress activity,
Yeah.
right? I don't consider driving like a high stress
Yeah.
activity.
I don't
I
either.
enjoy it. I enjoy driving.
I agree.
I'm like, hey, this is fun to do. You can weave lanes if we need to. Like, I guess like lately I've just been going the speed limit because I don't really want to get pulled over anymore because dealing with cops sucks.
4 or less. 4 over is what I always.
Oh, I go 9. That's my cap.
But I don't get
But-
pulled over.
It depends where we are. Okay.
How often do you use cruise control?
All the time.
Because I do it in like, my car is not. You're not supposed to do it under 25. So if I go 26, I can cruise control.
28, yeah. 28
so
or 29. Yeah.
Everywhere I go is just constant cruise control.
Yeah. I feel like once I like learned how cruise control worked, I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna not use this.
I went in a buddy's car, his cruise broke, and
Yeah.
I believe it was like, what?
Do you have to
had
press the gas how often now?
Had to hold it like an animal?
Yeah.
Or are we cavemen?
Well, you know, like that's another thing too. When automated cars come out, like, are you gonna use the Tesla or whatever? Are you gonna use the auto drive?
If I get one, why not?
Because I think it's like a cruise control thing. Like, once I start using it, I'll be like, maybe this
But I
is
don't
easier.
know if I'm ever gonna be able to get one.
Why not?
I don't know how much they got. I buy cars when I need a car,
Yeah.
and then when I buy a car, it's never like new.
Mm-hmm.
And from my understanding, the new Teslas aren't. When people try and return them or selling them,
Batteries are dead. Yeah, usually.
and like places just aren't taking used ones,
Yeah.
so they're not really selling used Teslas.
Well, what if they do get down to like that comfortable price range where they're just like, 10 grand or
We'll
whatever?
find out when I get one.
I mean, they probably will be in the future.
Yeah.
Like, at some point, there's going to be like 10 grand Teslas.
Yeah.
I don't know what they are now. They're like 50K or something like that. But like, yeah, to think that like everybody might just be auto driving in the future, like, I don't know. That might prevent a lot of like the high stress activity that people get out of driving,
And it's weird because I know like lots of people, obviously it's like when you look at the car, you always look at the outside and people like how the outside of the car looks. But me, I always cared about the inside. So if like the armrest isn't perfect for me, it's not the car for me.
Yeah.
And like that's literally how we're looking at cars. I didn't care about the outside, it's like the inside that mattered.
Yeah. Maybe that's better. I mean,
'Cause
it's more comfortable.
What do you spend more time? You spend all your time in the car, and then you're probably gonna look at your car on the outside like a few times a day. Because,
But Brad, have you ever seen a Shelby GT 500,
you showed me a picture.
a Ford Mustang?
Probably.
It's like the popular one. It's like the one that's in all the movies.
Oh yeah,
It's in like, I Am Legend and
Bucket
Yeah.
list.
yeah, Bucket List has one. Yeah, there's like a bunch of them.
and like years ago, I had like a whole bunch of cars that I loved the outside of,
Mm-hmm.
but then over time I was like stopped caring about it.
Yeah,
Cars
Well,
aren't for me.
it's almost like a double thing too, because like the outside is going to look nice if you have an inside that looks really nice.
Yeah.
Right, because it's like most of the cars that look really nice on the outside have really nice interiors.
I agree with that.
Rolex or like Rolls Royces and like Lexuses and all of that.
Bentleys and-
Yeah, BMWs, all of them like have that plain interior where it's like legroom out the wazoo and they all look super clean. I don't know, but if you're not a car guy, you're not a car
That's
guy.
the other thing.
I'm not really a car guy, but I know like driving a nice car when I'm driving a nice car. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I'm just in the driver's seat when I'm locked in, and I'm like, yeah, this is a nice car, and I like driving. So like, you know, put the two together. I'm probably gonna end up buying a nice car someday. I don't know. I've always wanted the Lamborghini, right? So I don't like, you look at used Lamborghinis and they're usually in like the 180K price range. So that's where I'm kind of ballparking.
What color?
Yeah, right. I want a white one. I want a white one or a yellow one. But I would do like the dirt yellow.
I mean, you
I
spend
do
a
like
lot of time at the car wash.
I do like the school bus yellow. Like where it's like that. Yeah, it's like that dark orange yellow. It's like kind of gross. But I'll let it rust. You know, I'll let it rust a little bit if I need to, just to make it look more wholesome. I'll put a stop sign on it too. Yeah, put a stop sign on it so I can give people a stop behind me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, black stripes over the top. Oh yeah, racing stripes. Oh my gosh. So Russ, the guy in the org he's from Canada.
Yeah.
He's doing an iRacing tournament soon. And I don't know if you guys have seen that game before. It's like a VR headset game, but it's like, I don't know, mobile racing, I guess, or, you know, kart race, whatever it is. It's like, but he sent me a template to like work on a car design for him. So I put like ODG logos on there. I put like his logo on there. And have you guys ever seen like those nostalgic, like, jazz design cups from the 90s?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yep.
Like the white cups with like the blue.
Yeah.
And I could probably put an image up for everybody at home too. But I did that design with like a modern twist and then slapped it all over the car. And I put like hex below it and stuff like that. It looks flame, dude. Like, I'm excited for how it turned out. And like when he uses it in game, his wrap will be around the car now, so like it's wrapping, dude. It's really cool. But yeah, I designed one of those for him. Like I don't know what day it was. He gave it to me, and I was like, yeah, I could do it. Like he was gonna pay somebody to do it. I'm like, no, I got you. Like, you know. So perks of running a gaming org.
We were talking about that, me and Caitlin, and we're talking about like things you kind of forgot about what you did in like middle school and high school. Did you guys ever had to build like a wooden car in middle school, and then they like shot like air into it, so it like shot?
No.
Okay, we did that, and
It
then
must have been like a Florida thing, or
it was
something.
Here.
Must have been like a Florida thing or something.
I must have
man.
been sick that day.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Sick that day.
Yeah,
It might have been taking a
That
mental
was
health
like
day
one of our
for me,
school
too.
projects at Woodworks is you build like a car. And it was in middle school, and I just remember as you're talking about like putting like paint job over it. I want to put flames on it, but since I was so young, I didn't understand like positioning, so I had the flames on backwards. So when it's going, the flames are just going against. It's like there's no logic to the fire.
Yes.
Fastest boy.
So fast the flames came, believe it.
Yeah. Was there anything else that you guys remembered from doing like that we probably just didn't do? Do you guys ever dissect the frog?
No, it was
We
probably
did.
alligators for them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Florida, I forgot. Yeah.
I moved to Florida when I was 21.
Man, you guys went to middle school that late? Dude? Is that really how
Was it
backwards
Billy
is?
Madison style?
And Billy Madison. Right. Yep. Dissecting. We did frogs, worms, a heart.
Lamb? Did you guys ever do the lamb brain?
Pig.
The lamb brand, remember that?
Oh, that day sucked.
Fetal pigs, and we did that.
Ooh,
We did
I did not
it
do
was-
a pig.
But it wasn't.
gross.
Was yours a whole pig?
Yes.
Oh, ours wasn't a whole pig.
Yes.
Ours was like
Jesus.
an eyeball.
No, we got whole pigs.
We did
The whole
cow-
class.
We did cow eyeballs, I think.
Yeah, cow eyeballs. That's what it was. Yeah.
There were like 40 of us with pigs.
I've been looking at the price of a whole pig. Those are
I don't want to know.
It's an expensive project.
Government dollar, baby. Yeah.
I hope that you guys
Just for all of us to flip on them. Yes. No.
I remember
That's like where they went to the local farmer and they were like, "Hey, do you have any pigs you're gonna kill?"
they were like all like ones that were like had disease and they can't sell them or do anything.
They were all named. And they had to butcher all of
you
them.
walk into class, just like all the tables have pigs on them and with like a little name
Little
tag.
name tags. Today,
Teacher, I don't know any of these students. And they're like,
Timmy, you're getting rid of Tommy today.
Those aren't for the kids' names. Those are your pigs'
Charlotte.
names. When we did worms, I missed that day. It was like one of our finals. So when I came in the next day, they're like, you have to do this. And like while other people are doing a written test, I'm over there doing like dissecting this worm in the corner. And then like it was like another person with me who missed it. So we're like, we got done with it really fast and we're kind of like, what do we do now? Because we can't take the test. We have to do that tomorrow. So we just we just kept putting nails in this worm.
Jesus.
I never forget because this was like literally like a wall just outlining this worm. Holding his.
That's mean.
We didn't know
it was dead though.
Yeah, we're in middle school. We didn't care.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Future serial killers. Yeah, definitely.
I don't know what happened to the other guy. he's still out there somewhere.
He's still out there somewhere.
I didn't become a
and you
serial
should be
killer.
careful. Have you guys been keeping up with the Karen Reed trial at all?
I don't know who that is.
All right, so she was in like 60 Minutes. I don't know, maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. She was under investigation for killing her husband and hitting him with the car and then burying him in the snow, like on the side of the highway. And her cover story
him in the snow. That's gonna melt.
It was snowing or something. Okay, I don't know. Happened out east.
You could go farther down and just hit the dirt.
I don't know, man.
She wanted him to be found.
Her cover story was that the husband's friends beat him up and killed him and buried him. Right? That was like her cover story. And
how did she know he was buried?
What?
How does he know? How does she know what position he was
Right,
buried?
right.
That was the cover story. They went to trial for it, right?
His friends buried him there in that spot and turned him on his right arm. And
this was believable enough to the first jury because she got
past the first one.
Yeah, she got past the first jury. This went to grand jury, and then now it's a retrial. So the retrial is now, and right, I guess we don't know what it's gonna end up being, but yeah, she she hasn't testified yet. That will happen, I think, next week. They're gonna kind of delve into that more, so I don't know, we'll have an update, I guess, at some point. But yeah, I don't know. I've been watching through it because like this lady's crazy, dude. She's nuts, and like it's just family drama back and forth. This is like primetime television as far as I'm aware. But I'm kind of, I really think that she killed her husband. But, like, I can't say that without any reasonable doubt. So I'm not going to, like, put that out, in case somebody comes at us later.
if someone comes at us, I don't know anything.
Yeah, but it's an interesting case, to say the least. Like, the fact that...
So what? We can't have an opinion?
I mean, I have an opinion.
You know
I just
what I
put
mean?
that out there, yeah. But I think it's, like, crazy how... the first jury got like hung, right? Like
there was one guy who's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, I can't
do it.
Yeah. So they're bringing everybody back in, but the state is in this weird position because they're like the offensive team right now. They're like trying to get her behind bars because they think that she did it, right?
Right.
So the state brings up the case again, and then yeah, it's kind of wild because they know everything that was said last time during the trial. And the people who have been brought up to the stand are like switching what they said last time because it's a different jury now. And it's under oath, right? So it is perjury technically, but you can't
use previous, yeah.
You can't use previous testimony as perjury. So it's like a whole thing. But the state, but you can't also lead the question into, hey, you said this last time.
That's
because
badgering, yeah.
is objected like right away. So they've been trying to just get people on the stand who are gonna say the same thing they said last time, and they can't do it. So it'll be interesting. I don't know. I can't wait to actually just see like how it leads or what ends up happening. But yeah, I remember like 60 Minutes did like a full breakdown of this story. It's definitely worth reading if you know anything about like, you know, true crime or whatever. And this is like right out of the book. Like it is, you
Maybe
know,
something Kato would like.
I'm sure she would. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm pretty sure she like killed her husband and came up with a cover story, and like she's like stuck with it since day one. But you know, like all the evidence is like,
It wasn't me.
He got into a car accident that night and she was drinking. But you know, the car accident was probably hit like her running into her husband or whatever.
Yeah.
But, you know, so it's like all crazy. It's like all crazy. She did have like a 0.19 alcohol. So she was drunk.
Those
definitely.
are rookie numbers.
Yeah, right. But it is insane. It is insane. It's kind of fun to watch though. It's just fun to watch.
This always happens to me where like I'd be playing games or something. Kayla would be watching something on her phone, and I would like subconsciously be listening, but then they'd say something that's like crazy. I'm like, what was that about? And she would tell me the whole thing, and then she's like, you should watch it. I'm like, a different time. And then I'd be keying more, and then I'd keep turning and asking her questions, but I don't want to watch the show. Especially sometimes it's like she'll watch The Bachelor and all that stuff. But then some of these people on that show are like, I'm like, what? Why do they think that's a good idea? She's like, they're dumb. This is what they're doing, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, that's crazy. And she's like, you want to watch it? No.
Did you guys want any alcohol at all?
I'll try this one.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Like I said, I'm just not drinking tonight, so it's like, whatever. I don't know. I might take like a tolerance break for like a month or two. I don't know. There was like a month there where it was like we were just drinking a lot, you know? Oh my God, is it almost empty? Did we already pour that into the decanter?
I think so.
We did. Okay.
A little bit left. Do you want me to save it?
You can have it.
Save it.
I'm all right.
Just in case you guys didn't pour it in a container.
Okay, all right.
And just so Brady has a little bit left on his shelf.
Yeah, self's fair.
Yeah.
Self is fair. I'm gonna need you guys to bring in whiskeys next time. I guess if you guys want to drink.
I wanted
I
to
don't really
finish
care about
all mine.
drinking.
I could have just brought my almost empties.
We could have
here.
done all the almost empties. That would have been kind of fun though, for the pod.
I think I need to start a dragon juice now.
What?
I think I need to start a dragon juice now.
Dragon juice.
Yeah, it's like where I like collect all my stems, and then just put them all into a bottle, and then like let them dissolve over a year.
Okay.
The dragon juice?
Yeah.
I didn't know
Sounds
they called
crazy.
it that.
I didn't either.
That's just what I call it.
Okay. Yeah, because I know
tried
people
one
like
that's-
putting it in the tea.
I'll put it in Everclear.
Dude, tea is good. Oh, Everclear. I don't know, man. That click, man. Are you kidding me? You're like looking at it, you're like rubbing your belly button. You're like, oh yeah, dragon tea, babe.
It's like you open up, smell it. It's like, not yet.
Yeah, it's not
Like-
quite there. You need to ferment a little bit longer.
We could get a camera right here and got that image of you doing that. That would have been the thumbnail.
There's a guy that I watch
That
who
would
does
change
like
your contact to that image.
Please.
Clickbait for real.
Please.
Everything's just that image.
We'd have to switch to the like
The
names
official,
of the episodes.
the official
The
logo.
daddy episode. Like,
We make every. It's like the official picture is something else.
The
But
logo.
when you click on it, it always shows that. There's always some small print, so you have to click on it just to zoom in.
we hide that in every episode. It's just the Easter egg in one
Yeah.
episode. You just
It's
have
always
to
in the
find
background somewhere. We
Yeah, there's,
printed
like,
it out.
A little
Put it
picture somewhere.
Yeah.
First person who notices it gets like,
A free t-shirt.
Free t-shirt, free hat, something.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be crazy when we start shipping merch out to these lonely individuals at home who can't get friends to hang out with.
They can come be on B
they're
tier.
paying me, so.
Yeah.
Come be on B tier.
Yeah. Yeah, you could be on B tier. We
If you want to join this group, you can just pay me X amount every day. I'll be your friend.
That would be awful. To have to pay to be on the show.
Subscribe and
I would
comment however many times.
I would object. I'd be throwing my hat off on that one. Ugh. All right, so I heard the bathroom story. Was there anything else I've missed? You guys
come to bingo.
Okay.
And then you won't miss anything.
Well, who wants to draw a question from the hat? Ugh. Btier part 5 or whatever. What episode are we on? Part 8.
You're the one that keep track.
I lost track at 3, dude.
You're telling me
that came
I can't count past 4.
That came out after 2 and before 1.
Before 1, yeah.
Hey, you're telling me, and then you're like, I'm like, that's crazy. I tell like everyone, or like a bunch of people, and then they're like, that's amazing. You've been on this many episodes. I'm like, yeah. And then like 3 days later, I'm like, I think you said 5.
Yeah, it's like 6 or 7 maybe now. I don't know.
What's a dream you've given up on?
All of them.
I achieved my abs.
A Btier Bowler question hat. Right there. All of them. Best answer I've ever had.
I got my abs.
You got your abs. Then you didn't give up on it.
I didn't.
Just turned into a keg.
Yeah.
At that point, like yeah.
One big ab.
Yeah, one ab. They're under here somewhere. You just gotta look.
Right here. Rock hard.
Did you ever have a dream of getting abs?
No.
Okay. I was like, that seems like not a Brad dream.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, not to like. It just doesn't seem like something.
It's in rotation,
on.
you know. It's way in the back right now.
That was like deep
In the back, burn.
Yeah. That was, all right. What?
Sometimes
dream?
I look at it like, what was that?
He said all of them. What?
No,
dream
no,
have
He said none of them.
None of them.
What?
Well, wait. It's a dream that you had that you gave up
dream
on.
you had. What is the dream you have given up on? He said all of them.
Yeah, all of them. Yeah. Man, I don't know. I think one of them was like having 8 kids. I don't think that's doable anymore. Not in this economy.
with 8 kids.
I mean, dude, they just
You
run
do that
around.
at work. Like
What?
you do that at work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know how often have you seen him like talking to someone while like a kid's going off?
But you know.
How often do we do that? It's just like the kids going
got
off.
most of the
Hey,
kids
how's it going?
down.
I feel like you just need to let them cook for a minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like most of the time. But anyways, if I had 8 kids running around, like,
What's one dream?
dude, they're just running around. I don't know.
I gave up on.
That is a dream I definitely gave up
Yeah.
on, though. I think I'm gonna bump that number down a bit, but I don't know how many. I guess we'll see.
I always wanted to move to Tennessee, but I don't know about that. No.
I feel like south of Nashville would be kind of nice.
Yeah, we were
Like a
trying
little
to
bit
find
out
like
of
a
the city.
suburban area,
Yeah.
but then after we lived out like far away from here for so long, we like realized we didn't want to live so far away from all our family and stuff.
Yeah.
And you definitely get like homesick and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I guess like the option for that would be like you have a summer home there or something. And that's something
But
you
we
shouldn't
want
give
us-
up
if we're-
on.
if we're
Multiple
getting-
houses. Don't give up on that one.
We're getting
yet.
a summer home. We're probably going to do it near Orlando.
Okay. Yeah. That would be nice too. Tennessee's in like the middle of both of those places. So like, you know, maybe you have a
Yeah,
third
but that's
home
still
there,
like
you know?
a couple days drive.
Yeah. That's why you gotta fly. Nashville airport's nice.
Yeah.
So you know. Yeah, I don't
Owning a
Nashville
boat.
would be really nice. Owning a boat.
I know you have a boat. But
You're about to print a boat though. You're not gonna give up on that one.
yeah, but that's different than like buying one and then
You're
like,
still owning a boat.
Yeah, you said
Yeah.
own.
You didn't say buying a boat.
You didn't
That's
say
fair.
how big the boat had to be either.
Yeah, but if my 3D printed boat breaks, I don't have to like. I can just give up on that. I don't know. My 3D printed boat is.
That might have been a dream that you never even thought you would have had.
I had a
Two.
3D printed boat or-
Because you never would have had a 3D printer when you
Yeah, I
were younger.
would've never-
Yeah,
I-
you never would have even thought you would have owned one.
I
one
thought about
dream
getting a
I've
printer
given
like
up
2
on.
years or 3 years ago, not
Yeah.
that long ago.
Yeah.
Which I got. There's some things going on with my printer. Yeah, some screws fell out. And I was like, oh, because I had to clean it and stuff. And then I don't know what happened. I was like wiping it down.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I just felt something bouncing. I was like, and there's 2 screws popped out. And I was like, oh man.
I had to change my nozzle out the other day, and that's always fun. It got like, I don't know what happened. It just got jammed up or whatever. And it started elephant footing, which is like when it just gets like really big at the bottom and it doesn't like go to the printer side or whatever.
Maybe I bring my printer to you and we can work it.
No, I'm all done with that. I'm all done with working on. Dude, there was like a summer.
They sent me a YouTube channel.
Yeah, there was a summer that I spent on like an Ender 3, and I'm never spending more money or time on things that I don't directly know how to fix.
Yeah.
Like, hire somebody to do it. You're not gonna find anybody because nobody knows how to do anything with them. But
maybe that'd be our new business plan. We start a 3D printer repair company.
There's not enough people with 3D printers yet. Otherwise, that'd be right there.
Out there.
It'll get up there soon.
Yeah.
I think within the next like 3 years, that might be viable, but not
that
right
long.
now. Yeah,
but by the time we start the business, get it going and stuff, it'd be 3 years.
Yeah, I think right now though you'd have to do like online orders. So you'd have to have people ship their printers to you, and then you fix them and then send them back. And with shipping costs, it's like probably not viable.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many pounds per package everything would be. It just seems like too much. Yeah, it just seems like too much. Otherwise, you're charging people like $90 for like shipping, and then like $100 service or whatever. They're spending $200.
Yeah.
In this economy, probably not. Maybe in 3 years when the economy's better and everybody has a 3D printer around locally.
Yeah.
Maybe we just start selling 3D printers, Brad. And then we have a repair shop that we start. So we'll sell people the product that we're going to be repairing for them in like a month or two. When it inevitably breaks.
Like,
used car salesman. Yeah.
I don't remember what it was.
Better than that, though. Or used cars, and then we also run a mechanic shop next door. So when you pull out of the lot with the lemon, you can immediately pull into the lot of the automotive shop right next door. Guys.
There was a show where the guy...
I think I had on this.
This guy owned like a used car thing. And when he bought it, he always had just enough gas to get you to the gas station that his brother owns. It's like a mile away.
Yep. That's how we do it. Oh, we could even put software on the printers that we sell people that just have it break in like 3 months. so we could just sell and be like, hey, come back to us if you have any problems with it, whatever. Like, pat them on the back. Nice job buying a 3D printer. Hopefully you enjoy it. Works perfectly for 3 months. Shuts down one day. And then they call us up. Oh, like,
bring it in.
$50 charge or whatever. It's unlimited. Unlimited
One
customers.
dream I gave up on is probably owning a restaurant.
Oh, that's a good one.
You gave up on it, though?
For now. Anyway.
I feel like anyone who becomes a cook always has that dream.
Yeah.
And then working in a restaurant and you realize like
how shitty you have to do.
But then also like
to run a restaurant.
Like the owner,
all the
no profit
you're right.
in restaurants.
Oh, probably not. Yeah, it's got to be the most lucrative business.
Yeah. Like I'm blown away with how many new restaurants open up. Like anyone who works in a restaurant knows. No
Unless
profit.
you have something that no one else has.
There's been probably I could count them on my one hand how many restaurants are actually making enough money where the owner doesn't need to be there.
Yeah.
No.
But if you have something that no one else has, they're gonna come just to check it out.
Yeah.
So that would always be my thing if I were to open up one.
I think restaurants have like a 98% fail rate or something like that, though. So it is crazy. Like you're having better luck just throwing money at a meme coin at that point. Like, Rismus might blow up or something like that. You never know.
All in on black, baby.
Yeah, you're better. I mean, you're 50, but that's your entire business. It's like, you 50-50'd it is better odds than you would if you put it all on 17. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of the problem. Like, I think a lot of people who open up businesses already have like 5 successful companies.
Dude, yeah.
And then they
just
have
extra money where they can do something as like a hobby.
If I were to start something like
fails,
that,
it doesn't indent.
Yeah.
If I were to start something like that, I'd start with like a food truck and then move to like the restaurant.
Food trucks are,
and then get bigger.
The health inspector is more on people's about who has food trucks.
That's fine.
I'm just like, I'm just supporting you right now. All right, let's simmer down.
You could start a food truck that has like appetizers to the food truck next to it.
What are you serving?
Yeah, what are
Cool.
you serving? Okay, cool. And then you like make fries or whatever. Like yeah, whatever it is, like a size.
One of my buddies was thinking that, but because he does he's a bartender
Mhm.
and he's always wanted to do like open a little tiki bar or something. And he was thinking about that, make a food truck. And then when you pull up next to someone, like if you're at a Mexican food truck, you're there, and you're just doing
Tequila.
tequila, Coronas, anything that's like matches their food. And then you pull up to like a barbecue one.
Yeah.
So then you have to change it to whatever
Which
you
is the
think.
bourbon.
Rum, yeah.
Yeah. And like he's like, that would be it. And I was like, that's
Not a bad idea. The only problem with that one is like
Liquor licenses.
liquor licenses on the road.
on the road.
and
That's what we were talking about.
And also, a lot of people like usually go to food trucks on their lunch break. Like they're not looking to get hammered before they go back to
Really?
work at 12:30 or 1 or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel
Speak
like
for
around
yourself.
here- Depends how bad your job is. Okay.
Most of the food trucks I went to was like they were great food trucks, and then they were open ridiculously late.
Yeah.
And we're like, all right, you got McDonald's that was like open till 1 till, and then
Yeah.
you have like maybe Taco Bell, maybe, and then you had a food truck. I'm like, the food truck, obviously, right?
Yeah. I remember like one of my bosses that I used to work for in the telecom place. They used to like drink on their lunch breaks. So like he would like invite us over.
You've never worked in a construction business.
Not in
Or a
construction.
kitchen.
Yeah. Not in construction.
They're
No,
both of
but-
those things.
Can you not drink on the job in the kitchen?
Says who?
You're not
Oh.
supposed to drink on the job in the
Yeah.
kitchen.
I just know they like
We did a lot of things we weren't supposed to do.
I worked in the
kitchen.
dish
I
pit.
supplied a lot of things.
I worked in the dish pit and I've had like chefs and waitresses and waiters like, you know, ask if we want anything to drink back here
Yeah.
because like we're just chilling.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
that's the cool places.
Yeah.
The cooks would trade food for
Drinks.
other.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a pretty
Hey,
good
what
deal.
you want?
Yeah.
Fries? I got
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Well, fries were the hard thing because you just
Mhm.
had that bucket of fries in there that people just kept taking.
No, we don't trust our servers like that. Mm-mm.
I wasn't.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. I feel like restaurant business is different. I don't know. It seems like unprofessionally professional because I feel like if you don't do your job right, like you get yelled
Yeah.
at. Yeah.
They don't mind firing people unless they're like understaffed.
Yeah.
If they're understaffed, you could get away with anything. But then if we had the amount of
Well,
staff
until
we
a certain
needed-
point. Until a certain point.
the ones I worked at, unless you like murdered the other cook.
Yeah, Brick, he killed a guy.
I mean, you
oh,
just-
dude, we're
well,
understaffed. We're
yeah,
gonna have to cover
that was,
for it.
that was the thing. If you kill the other cook and now it actually made us more understaffed, then you probably would
I'll
fire.
bail them out on Monday.
We need workers. You need to be back here.
We'll throw a pizza party at the end of the month.
I told you what happened to Grizzlies.
Yeah. Yeah, you said like everybody walked out one day.
Yeah, they were trying to fire like 2 cooks. One was my brother and one was my best friend.
Yeah.
And then everyone was like, "Why are you fighting him?" And then they're like, "All right, I'm gone too." And everyone just left.
Yeah.
I've been in a couple kitchens that we've all
That
walked
place
out.
went under shortly after all that.
Yes.
Probably.
They could,
Yes,
yeah.
it did.
Yeah. I feel like stuff has to happen like that though. Like, I think about it like that. That guy like bought a franchise too, because Grizzlies isn't it like local, but
Yeah.
it's like franchised
Yeah,
out
it's
or whatever.
Well, it's not
Yeah.
no more.
Not anymore. Not local anymore.
Not
No.
no more.
But yeah, imagine buying like a franchise thinking you're gonna make like at least a couple dollars a month, you know, and then
Or Red Lobster.
your entire staff.
or Red,
Watch
Red
that on
Lobster. You just have to
Yeah.
close.
Yeah, Dairy Queen. They,
Hooters just got bankrupted out too. I saw.
really?
Yeah.
I can.
Family Friendly with boobs wasn't selling it anymore.
Because they don't have any boobs anymore.
Oh yeah, I know, but that's a whole different that's a whole different thing going on there. It's a whole different process going on there.
Dairy Queen.
Are
One
they
that-
out of business?
No, but the people who, you know, that one you buy like and it was-
Corporation or locations.
yeah,
Yeah.
You can buy a Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
Or like
Yeah.
McDonald's, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Caitlin, she was like 18, whatever. She told me that she went there and worked there. And on her first day, they had a meeting, and the owners were like, "Everyone in this room is all terrible. You guys don't know how to do your job. And she just bringing everyone down. And Kayla's like, this is my first day. And like,
that's
and
funny. That's some comic relief.
they just kept ripping it. So no one would stay more than a week because why would you?
Yeah.
And then eventually Dairy Queen just made them, they fired people who own their business, basically.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right. That's yeah. I mean, I've always thought about owning a gym. That's a gym, like something I've never given up on. I think I want to own a gym at some point. Whether that's like a franchised gym, I don't really care.
For those of you who don't
Say
know,
it's a Planet Fitness or an
Brady's
Anytime.
trying to get me to go to the gym.
I'm selling gym memberships. Yeah. Why will be?
Why would I waste my money on a gym membership? You're
You're not wasting your money, okay? You're going to the gym to get healthy. You know how much money you spend on healthcare every month?
Yeah, but the gym membership is not going to lower my
Oh,
health insurance.
It'll lower your health
Insurance.
long-term problems.
Oh.
Okay. Longevity. Brad, you ever looked into that?
Oh,
You should start right now.
sorry, right now.
Yep. Drinking more alcohol as he speaks.
No, longevity.
I think I could sell gym memberships if I really needed to. Like if somebody was like, "Hey, sell me a gym membership," I'd be like,
I'm gonna open up the pot shop. That's something I know I could sell.
"Yeah, yeah."
You've been told that, and you believe it.
I've done it.
Oh, then yeah, you can do it.
No, I guess you didn't need to give up on that. It happened. Is there any like other long-term goals, Brad, that you have that is just like a dream that you're like out there with that you haven't given up on that you like?
I want to see the Alaskan lights.
The Northern Lights.
Yeah, the Northern Lights.
Okay.
And then I found out like you could take a cruise ship that does that, so
Yep.
I could do both.
Cold water cruise.
You could
That's
just,
what people.
you could see them around here too. It's
You can see them, but it's not the same.
yeah.
They were real bright
They were like,
last summer. Like, I
last
don't know
year,
what
yeah,
that
it's
was.
cool.
Yeah, that was nuts.
and we literally went up on one of the hills, and then we're like laying there right by a car watching the lights for like a half an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you mean the hill or bluff?
Buff.
It was probably a hill though.
I like how you call it a hill.
It wasn't one of the bluffs that you like granddad's or anything like that. It was
Yeah.
This was some like
No, it's funny. My aunt, when she moved here, she called
The
them
hills.
hills. She called them hills.
Well, they're not
Well,
mountains.
They aren't mountains.
no, that's
But they're higher than
Yeah.
hills. Like,
this was like a hill.
There's
This was
like
a hill.
there's
not-
something in between. There has to be some classification of geography.
I
in
agree
there.
with you. That's why we came by the bluffs. But it wasn't one of the bluffs. It was just like a little dinky hill.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's like a mound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a little bit bigger than a
was a
mound.
All right.
It was bigger than a mound.
Was it one of those like Indian burial grounds?
It was bigger than
We
a
have a
car.
lot of those around.
Was it the pitcher's mound?
Can I move the thing that's in my way? Are you excited for the loggers? I know you are.
I mean, I don't really watch.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like something I'm gonna be really interested in.
It's,
I don't know.
it's a great time.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure they're.
I'm
fun to
bringing
go
my
to.
glove.
I used to go to them a lot, but yeah, just not anymore.
Every baseball
I've
game I go
missed
to, I bring my glove.
One ball. And it was like still like too
I
high.
got
where
you,
I
Brad.
had to jump up and try to do it. And Caitlin, like for the rest of the year, she's like, we could have got one. And like we still got like a bunch. Like,
Yeah.
but it wasn't from me retrieving. It's like,
Yeah.
like we got
It's just not the same though. Being handed it to you
Yeah.
and then just
No, catching one?
catching one is way
Not the
different.
same. Not the same.
And then like there was a time Caitlin, like a ball rolled over to her, she picked it up, and like one of those little kids runs over, like trying to like hint at you, hey, can I have it? And then
No!
Caitlin gave it to her.
Taking my ball and going home.
Stiff arm them.
Iceman.
There was one of the best times we had there. Still an inside joke. So we're sitting behind like this like family, like you know your typical mom, dad, bunch of kids, and she's like holding her baby, and our baby's like has like this face.
Show it to the camera.
And the whole time it's just staring at us, looking up at us. And then the best part was, so we're sitting up a row back, right? And there's a family next to us. And the family had like a boy who was like 6. The baby's baby. This boy is 6. And the baby, I think, had like a crush on the boy because she just kept looking at the boy and then making this. And just like look and then look at us. And just go back and forth. And like the people next to us knew each other, I guess. So they kept talking.
Yeah.
So they would say something, and like sometimes the baby would like look at her family, you know. And then look back at the boy. And then like we just silently we just kept mimicking the baby to each other, and then we're laughing so hard we didn't want to say, hey, your baby has an angry voice. And then like the dad comes up and he's like comes back and he's like, does anyone want anything to eat? And we didn't see the mom, and the mom turned and seen her go, I would like some fries. And like her eyebrows are super bushy. I would like a cheeseburger, fries. You guys want anything? And she's just like, and then, so you see the mom doing like, and the baby's like, the whole game.
It's too much.
So lots of times we're looking at each other and like I'd be like, love, do you want to go do this, and be something like, let's say chores or something, or she'll say it to me and I'm like, love, we gotta do chores today, like fold laundry. Yeah.
Next time she asks me something at bingo.
Make sure you're like doing, yeah.
Scowling, yeah. Just mad. Very mad about it.
I might bring up at bingo.
That's good.
There's a lot of fun stories at bingo.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah. I'm happy I missed them
loggers.
all, I guess.
At
Oh,
loggers.
yeah, yeah.
I was like,
But those
I'm
you're gonna miss too.
yeah, I'm sorry I missed those two. That's crazy. But no, something about going to like the actual game is better, I think, than like not like watching something on TV.
100%.
I guess.
Yeah.
I know. I was watching like talking about like foul balls.
The best thing to watch, the Olympics. They have blind soccer.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Did you ever watch
No,
that?
I want to see this though.
We turned it
Amazing.
on at work sometimes
Yeah.
during like the weekends, but
Yes.
I don't work
It was-
first anymore. Otherwise, I'd be there.
I'm throwing bets on these ones.
After the Olympics, me and Kayla just kept watching the Special Olympics. And like some of them were like, whoa, that lady's swimming with one arm. That's crazy. And some
Doing
of them,
things I can't do it
Yeah.
too, you know? Yeah.
but then some of it was like blind soccer. You would see like people running and kick the ball, and then like the ball's like 2 feet in front of them when they kicked. It just felt like Charlie Brown's typical like we kick the
like
football.
yoinking it.
Yeah. And like I for our viewers, I'm a horrible person for laughing at Special Olympics.
Oh no, dude. I mean, like I don't know. It's, like it's fun to watch. I don't know why everybody gets mad about it. Like
The people who get mad are the people in it and their family.
Yeah, but, you know, like I laugh at the WNBA and nobody's coming at me for that. You know what I mean? Like
No one cares about that one.
Oh. No.
That doesn't hurt people.
there was a WNBA player who like didn't make enough on a team, got mad about it, and started an OnlyFans, and she makes more money on her OnlyFans now. Oh man, that's
like-
tough. You can't really win.
There's still one about getting caught in Russia with drugs too, but
Oh yeah, but you know that's water under the
You
bridge
know.
at this point. That happened a while ago.
Like at work, I found out a month ago that our kids take state test.
oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that after 2 years of being there. I
Well,
find
that's
out-
because you don't work.
you haven't taken yours yet?
Brad, those are mandatory every year, dude. How
Are
have
you
you
staff or student?
Yes.
Or,
Depends
or
on
both.
the day.
One of those both.
Depends on the day. I'm a junior staff, yeah.
than a senior student.
According to my badge, dude, I'm still a senior staff. So like people at home, you get like different colors for different like tiers, right? And I'm
just Btier. I'm just good enough.
Yeah, I'm
We're
still in training according to my badge.
I need to degrade some colors here.
Yeah, but it's nice because nobody like asked me for anything because I'm like, oh, I just don't know.
People don't ask me for things most of the time.
Yeah.
They know that I don't.
No, he just leaves and then chaos ensues. Like
I told him, have a nice day. I hope you really have a good day because it was the day before I have bingo.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yeah, that'd be
be
a great way to end my weekend. Have a good day at work. Go to bingo. 5 minutes after I left, I guess it was just a disaster until he went home.
Nice. Fun. Oh man.
That happens a lot with me.
Yeah. Have I missed anything else? Is there anything else crazy going on in your guys' lives right now?
Ooh.
You've been playing Minecraft a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My buddy.
what do you consider crazy?
What do you mean?
I don't know. You just said that there's anything crazy going on in our lives. What do you consider crazy?
Killed anybody recently?
We can't talk about that.
Have you gone outside?
To a crime on,
Have you gone outside and stepped on a bug?
We started.
Do you have a mouse in your house?
We have a garden
I
now.
have several mice in my house right now.
He has a garden now.
Yeah, we have a garden now. We're growing onions, grapes,
Me and Brady are gonna have a garden soon.
cilantro.
Oh, I can't wait.
You need like cilantro and stuff. Let me know. Green onion.
I got different herbs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
we're
This
growing-
is for like garnishing your steaks.
It's a pepper farm now.
You could do that with mine too.
We're actually going to start the Pepperidge farm.
But yeah, we started jalapenos.
Pepperidge. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pepperidge Farm remembers too, Brad.
I remember.
Yeah, I don't know. Cucumbers, is that where we're growing? Yeah, it's going to be cucumbers
We're
and
growing
jalapenos.
flowers. Yeah.
Dude, we should start a pepper farm. Like, full disclosure, we should start a pepper farm.
What kind of peppers?
Like jalapenos. And
Oh,
Hotter,
that's what we're growing.
Hotter the better.
That's
hotter
what
the
we're
better.
growing jalapenos right now.
habaneros.
Oh, I can talk to my dad. He
Carolina
used to grow.
Reapers. Yeah.
Reapers.
He used to grow the
Yeah.
Reapers and not habaneros, the ones above it. I don't remember, but then he would.
Scorpions, maybe.
I don't know, he would grow them, and he'd sun dry them.
Mm-hmm.
And either people would love that or how they were, or he would like grind them up into like pepper flakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Carolina Reaper pepper flakes.
Oh, on pizza. Woo. So
It was-
good. It's so good.
It was so hot, but so good. Yeah.
Let me get a bunch of them and make it like puree and make a hot sauce.
I don't remember if he still does it or not, but next time I talk to him, I asked.
I'm thinking right now. So
We have so many different flavors of the things that we have to plant. I don't know what I'm going to start with.
well, I mean, just do the big three. And
I
then
know
we'll
the
go
big
from
three,
there.
but
I want you to see what else those other ones get, though. I was like, man, I guess we can't really talk about it on pod much.
I mean,
But that said, so like, you know, I'm still thinking here. Vanilla bean, I really don't like. New York vanilla is pretty good. You know, two more flavors. I'd probably go with like I don't know. I really like cheesecake. Like not
cheesecake.
like I like cheesecake bits in my ice cream.
Yeah.
I guess. So maybe I do that, and then maybe mint with like raspberry in there too. That'd probably
Isn't
be
that?
it.
We're doing mint leaves.
Mint leaves.
That's what we're growing. I don't know if you heard. I'm doing I have catnip now.
You have catnip.
he's growing
Yeah,
catnip.
we're growing.
Does it
catnip.
actually look like marijuana? Or do
Looks-
people just like lie about that?
Uh,
I'll go
Yeah.
look and confirm.
Yeah, we
It
we
looks-
can
It
compare
doesn't really look like
sizes if we need to. No.
I'll walk in behind him in the bathroom.
Brad. Yeah. Brad, look what I got. Catnip. If you roll in it, it makes you really high.
Yeah, I need to tell the story. Oh, you just heard the story, yeah.
I mean, you can tell it to Pod. I'm
No.
here for the.
I'm gonna tell it
here
to
for the
Jeff.
ride, man. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
next time Jeff is here.
That's the teaser.
Yeah. Yeah. On the next episode. of
Yeah.
Btier, Brad goes into the bathroom.
Brad gets violated at the movie theater bathroom.
Brad gets sexually assaulted at the movie theater.
like a scene
In 4K.
We just need the horror movie, like
and the
Michael
lights
Myers,
partially dimmed.
the Michael Myers horror.
Wish the lights would have flickered. It would have been hilarious.
Yeah. It was that
The
eerie
lights go
time,
out
right?
and then the kid in the bathroom is like, "Hello, Jeremy."
It was the moment right before
And
the
then I
movie
go, "You'll
started.
float too."
You'd be like, "No, Brad." And then it ends.
Brad.
Let's play a game.
Btier part 8. End scene.
No, I mean the name of the movie is not The Victim.
The name of the movie was The Victim all along. Brad is dead. In the bathroom. At the movie
So
theater.
vulnerable.
The worst possible moment. He was taken.
We made a horror movie in school.
Oh, that was something that you guys did in like middle school or high school?
I did. Well, yeah, we in high school we had like news, basically like it was movie editing and filmmaking
Mm-hmm.
class, and in it we would do like a news, like the school news every day for once a week.
Oh, they did not trust us enough to do that.
It ended after my year.
they ended it at his year.
Yeah.
Dude.
All the other years.
They
did
couldn't
not
trust
trust-
him after the one time.
They could not trust us doing that once to even.
Like our final
News this week.
the final we did one of our episodes, we found out there's like actually underground like tunnels, and like they're like hallways in our school.
Okay.
And we're like, that's nuts and stuff. And like we found like as we're doing this horror story that one of our classmates actually knows about it. So then the horror story was him killing all like the people who are filming all this stuff. So there's a video of me like sitting in a room with like a flashlight, like doing like hello, and then we don't know where anyone is, and like hello, and then I hear like footsteps come in, and then I like lift up the light so it's by a wall so it reflects and shows me. And then the guy playing the killer is right behind me. And I die. But,
Camera
like,
cut.
Yeah, it was like one episode that was crazy. Me and my best friend did a trailer for Modern Warfare 5.
I think you've shown me that before.
It was amazing.
I think you've shown me that
a
before.
combination of airsoft guns and Nerf guns. We had like a scene where it's like him in first person view. So it's like the camera, and then he's like looks down a scope, and you can imagine a scope. Me in the distance, and you hear like the Nerf gun. Poof. You just see me slowly tip over and die with 100% or whatever.
Plus 100, yeah. Plus 10.
And then they did Modern Warfare 2, 3, 4, and then it ended. So our game never got released.
Yeah, the game never came out. Yeah,
They're on to us.
they knew about it back then.
They're like, these guys, I can't pay them their bill for their amazing trailer.
Yeah, they already made the whole thing for
Yeah.
us. Modern Warfare 5.
We did that. Yeah, we did.
Is that the buddy that you're starting the YouTube channel with?
No, this is a different one.
Okay. Well, so you're starting a YouTube channel. Have you come up with a name yet?
He suggested two drunk friends, just because whenever especially him, whenever he's gaming, he's wasted.
Yeah.
Because he was like a cook. Like either he was drunk, high, or both.
Mhm.
Yep. So, but his life, he just always like. He was like the person who you were saying flipped you off. Where everything like he's mad about, but then he goes on these amazing rants and tangents about him,
Yeah.
and everyone's laughing, and for years has been hilarious. And he knows that everyone's laughing at him just suffering in life, basically, and telling us about it.
He might slowly be on the upward spiral. It sounds
He's
like.
on
I don't know.
the upward like escalator, but he's looking down. Like
He's trying to walk down.
Yeah.
Why is this working out for me? The flame on the backwards.
There's
The
probably
flames are backwards right now, okay?
It's probably the opposite. He's trying to go up, and the escalator to bring that's life bringing him down. But
The flames are going down.
yeah, the flames are going.
They're backwards and going down.
He's the one who ges ran over by carts in the shopping store.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully that works out for you guys. I don't know.
We'll post a link down below whenever it gets released.
I don't think so, but I don't even link my own stuff on this channel. It'll be good though. I used to have like a buddy in high school who started a YouTube channel with his like best gaming friend. They called it Down to Clown.
That's fun.
I don't know if they're like, I don't think they're still posting, but yeah, they did like an entire playthrough of a couple different games.
The log ride story. I don't know if I told you about the when we went on the log ride.
Oh yeah, the log flume. Yeah, Moose on the Track.
Yeah, Moose on Tracks. That story.
Yeah,
we went on that ride with my buddy once, and like Caitlin's in front, and she's like, my seat's all wet because it's like the water ride. And I was like, mine's all dry. My handlebar's fine. Like, I have no issues. And then he's behind me. He goes, "Oh, just throw up on my waters." And I turned. So like the next person, the last person threw up right on the handlebars. So the whole time he's just going like we're going up.
Yay.
We're just like in like a lazy river aspect, and he's just like
can't smell, can't.
We get to the end, and I was like, "Are you gonna tell them?" He's like, "No, there's gonna be another drunk idiot like me who has no luck in life, and he's gonna sit down. And he's gonna say the same thing I just did. Oh, throw up."
So this is gonna be fun then. I don't know. I can't wait for you guys.
Yeah.
Is it gonna happen soon? Do you think?
Yeah, we're starting our first episode next week, and then we're gonna see where it goes and see how.
He's replacing us.
Yeah, I hope so. Honestly, at this point, no, I'm kidding. Yeah, what if you invite him to Btier and then he you just slowly take over the pod from here?
The other thing we're doing,
like, yeah, this is a gaming channel now, or gaming like drunk podcast.
You know that I'm a controller guy.
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan of keyboard and mouse.
Yeah,
and he told me we agreed. This is how it all started. That every game we're gonna play, I'm gonna do keyboard and mouse.
Okay.
So there's gonna be a lot of times where it's gonna cut to my screen. It's like, and just like that, because I cannot get that mouse working in my favor.
It seems bad, but dude, in the next you'll get really good with it in like the first month. It is crazy.
I've heard that before, but I probably a month of this and my fingers kept cramping up. I was like,
maybe you just need a more comfortable mouse.
Maybe.
Probably all it is. And then the
first
WASD stuff, just make sure you don't put your palm down too much.
Oh.
You have to
telling me to hold position and not be
You kind of have to float. Otherwise, you're going to press keys down here. You're going to press control.
I get like a little pillow.
Yeah, you can probably get that.
Yeah.
They probably sell those. I don't know. It'd be like a mouse pad, but it would be like one for your other hand. Yeah. I don't know. Something to think about. You'll get good at game. Dude, you'll never go back to controller. That'd be my guess.
I've heard that so many times. I'm kind of curious.
So I play with controller on some games, and I play with mouse and keyboard on some games. I go by input. So like if the game is better on mouse and key, I'm gonna play mouse and key. Like Marvel Rivals, play mouse and key. Battlefield, I play mouse and key. But Call of Duty, play on controller. Fortnite. Well, Fortnite's like 50-50. A lot of people are good on controller. A lot of people are good on mouse and key. I can kind of play mouse and key. I aim a little bit better on controller, so I usually main controller. But I'll play mouse and key if I just don't have a controller. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm just going to try to play a couple games. I enjoy it. Get a couple kills here and there. But yeah, I don't know. You'll start to see which ones are better. And Minecraft, you'll probably start playing on keyboard and mouse. Yeah. Because that's just inventory management. So if you can just click through it, drag, drop, it's so much easier than going through controller and being click, A, click, B. You'll see what I mean. I don't know.
I'm excited.
You'll see what I mean.
And our games are going to be ridiculous games like hunting Bigfoot.
Yeah.
But it's going to be more try and play a little bit of the games and pay attention. And then him complain about something in life. And then me commenting and back and forth. And
yeah. There's a lot of those YouTube channels blowing up right now.
Yeah.
Where it's people will have Call of Duty 4 gameplay, old school Call of Duty gameplay. And they'll just talk about the financial crisis. It's like, okay, yeah, that's fine, I guess. Yeah, whatever you want. I watch them sometimes. Like, I'll just
His
kick
will be
back.
more like we're doing something. It's like, my pork chops.
The
the
meatloaf.
Yeah, you hear fuck in the background.
Pans splattering all over the place. Yeah. Well, that'll be fun too.
Yeah.
That'll be fun too. But check out Brad on Two Drunk Friends Gaming.
Yeah, we'll figure out a name. I tell
Yeah,
you.
we'll come up with a better title than that. Let me know if you need help with a logo.
Okay.
You know, I probably won't have time.
Hey, we were actually thinking about asking you to edit their videos.
That's hilarious, Brad.
I thought it was too.
You guys have a good rest of your night. B tier
Peace.
podcast. Go follow.